If you're watching this video, that's probably because you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't yet know the name to give your YouTube channel. So if that's why you're here, then make sure you stick around till the end. If this is your first time meeting me, my name is Brownson Lawrence and I'm the owner of this channel, YouTube Success Tips, a channel that is here to help you grow on YouTube and build your influence and income. So when it comes to naming your YouTube channel, it largely depends on what you want to do on YouTube. So if you don't yet know what you are, probably you're new on YouTube and you don't yet know what you want to do exactly, then I advise you to check out this video right here on what to do on YouTube. So but if you've already watched the video, or if you already know what you want to do on YouTube, then just forget about it and let's continue straight away with the video. So I'm gonna divide this video into three major sections, that is from the naming techniques, errors I see people making when naming their channel, what to do when picking the channel. So let's start right away with the first one, the different naming techniques. There are several techniques in naming your channel, so I'm just going to give a few right away. So the first and simplest and most popular way of naming channel is simply by taking your first name and your last name, or your middle name and your last name to do your channel. For example, Brownson Lawrence Official, which is my official channel, by the way. I simply pick my two middle names. So it's very popular that YouTubers take their first and last name or their middle names to name their channel. For example, Sean Cannell and other kind of names like that. So if you are wanting to start your YouTube channel, you could probably just think of it that way, taking your first name and your last name, or your middle name and your last name, or if you have four names, your two middle names, depending on you. The second most popular way in which people name their channels is like picking something about their niche and attaching it to their name. For example, if you're a cook and say your name is Jennifer, you could start a YouTube channel as to Cooking Tips with Jennifer, or Cooking with Jennifer. Probably maybe you're a programmer and your name is John, you could be like Programming with John or Coding with John or whatsoever. So you could build your name from what you do and your name, actually, because it will help potential viewers and subscribers know exactly what to expect from your channel. That is, you're doing say beauty tips with Jennifer or whatsoever.
I don't know why I've been calling them Jennifer for a while now.
Okay, so you could give a name that is centered around what you do and your name, of course. So I see a lot of YouTubers make so many mistakes on YouTube as to what concerns picking a name. So I'd like to discuss about some few very quickly so that you don't make that same mistake since you're about starting a YouTube channel, of course. So the first mistake I see YouTubers make is not doing proper research on their name before starting out on YouTube. Many YouTubers have picked a name for their YouTube channel and realize later that there is already someone out there having that same name and that person is succeeding pretty well on social media. So I see this as a mistake, because for you to pick a channel name, you have to have a certain authenticity, you have to be unique, you have to be don't have copyright issues and all this kind of stuff like that. So make sure you do proper research on your name before starting out on YouTube with that name. The second mistake I see YouTubers make is picking a very complicated name. Say for example, you were to start a YouTube channel and your name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. How you spell that Arnold Schwarzenegger if you were a viewer trying to search for Schwarzenegger, for example? So I've seen YouTubers use very complicated names when starting a YouTube channel, and you might have a natural complicated name, but you could find a way of abbreviating your name, or making it short and easy for people to understand. That's the mistake probably many YouTubers make that I've noticed too. The third mistake I see many YouTubers making as far as speaking the name is concerned is attaching numbers to their name. For example, say because they saw probably a successful YouTuber like David504 uses a number on his name and he's succeeding. Well, there are some exceptions, it's true, but generally speaking it's very complicated, because your potential viewers and subscribers will know whether they will write 5 as to spell it out, or 4. It's gonna be, they will not know whether they should spell out the name or they should just write it down. So it's gonna, you might lose viewers and subscribers along the line. So it's advisable that when giving your YouTube channel, you should avoid numbers. You should avoid numbers and symbols and all the like. Focus on a name itself. So here are my 3 advices or my 3 tips to when picking a channel name. Number 1, when you want to pick a channel name, make it simple. Okay, make it simple. Let your name be as simple as possible. Let it be easily retainable. Let anybody be able to spell out that name very clearly. Let it be very spellable. That is my first tip. My second tip, which is probably my greatest tip, is make sure you think bigger than YouTube. Think further than YouTube. Don't just think YouTube alone. Think of a brand. Think of have a certain consistency on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn and so you should have a certain consistency. Think bigger than YouTube. When giving your name, make sure it is a name that you're going to use across the social media platforms, not just YouTube. Okay, so don't just say no, this is my YouTube channel name, full stop, and if I want to create an Instagram account, I'll use another name, or if I want to do this, I'll use another name. No, have a certain consistency throughout the internet. So when picking your name, be very meticulous about it. Choose a name that you're going to use as a brand all through YouTube, all through social media. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. And my third tip, which is as well very important, do proper research across the internet. Okay, don't just have an epic name and wow, you think you're ready to go. No, first do a proper research, like who is there someone already having my channel name? Is my channel name available? Is someone else already using it, or whatsoever? These are things you want to consider when you want to pick a channel name. So for example, YouTube Success Tips, when I was trying to create a website for YouTube Success Tips, for example, there was this guy that already bought the domain name.com, and it was very, very painful for me because I tried looking for this guy to buy the domain name. I was like, I need YouTube Success Tips. So since he had already used YouTubeSuccessTips.com with an S, I was forced to change mine to YouTube Success Tips with a Z. So don't be afraid of changing the name in case somebody is already having the name you were having in mind. Okay, so feel free to rebrand in case of copyright issues. If someone is already having your name, feel free to sit back and think of a next epic name. If you're watching this video, as I said, probably you are new to YouTube and you might probably like to check my other videos over here. I'm gonna leave it there up here, top apps, 5 apps you must have as a YouTuber. I have it for you here, and I equally have here what you should be doing on YouTube. I'm gonna leave all of them, by the way, in the description below. So question of the day: what is your YouTube channel name? What is the name you finally picked? Leave it for me in the comment section below. I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna review it, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you like the video, and YouTube Success Tips, building your influence and income.